Hey guys, so I kind of want to show you where I'm at with this. I've been changing things around and I've decided I'm going to keep two of these pools. I was in the process of taking it down, but I just noticed that if I keep the smaller tubs in the big pool and I keep the bigger pool heated with water being rotated around, it keeps my smaller tubs warm. So I can save a lot on outlets if I just keep them inside of there. So I can hold 9. If I did 3 tubs in the middle, I can hold 9 tubs, and then I can put a Medaka on the outer layer. I have to be careful because they do tend to jump if they're chasing each other or whatnot, and they could jump out into the pool, which is good because they're not jumping out into land, but it will probably end up breeding with whatever lands in there. But in this pond, I've been doing a mix. I have a couple in there right now. I have orange separated into this one. Each tub has a handful of hornwort, so they have something to attach their eggs to. But this is just a bunch of Medaka that I'd like to see breed and see what their offspring look like. So I have, this is a mixed, this is a mixed, and then that one up there is another mixed. This larger one is going to be platinum. I might just end up making the platinums in one of the ponds just because I have so many. This is just a handful of them, and I don't want to put them all into this bucket, even if it is the larger of the buckets. But I have the aquariums pretty much down there. I've got most of them out, and then I'm working my way down, but everyone's being separated by color. So once these are empty, I'm gonna wait a couple weeks just because I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot of fry in there, because I'm sure they put their eggs somewhere in there. So I'll wait till those hatch, and then I'll move them over to the fry pool, which is doing great. I have all of the plants that were in the tanks in here now, so I'm getting a lot of itty bitty teeny fry. See if we can see any. There's one down there. Well, you can see my light. That's annoying. There we go. So I've got some fry going, and they seem to do really well, especially in planted tanks. If you're gonna get Medaka, I highly recommend you get live plants. They thrive off of them. They eat the algae. They hide on them. They just feel so much more comfortable around them. So this will be filled with Medaka someday. We'll come and look at it, and you'll see a bunch of tiny little fish swimming around. So I have a bunch of tubs I've been bringing in still, and I'm cleaning them out, refilling them, adding the Medaka, and sorting it out. So I'll straighten these up, get them refilled, get the heaters in. This one actually has quite a few Medaka in it. This was my reject pool, but I actually have some juvenile in here that are not so much rejects. So I have to go through this one too and really decide what I want to keep and what I don't. So that's a red cap down there. That's a pretty good one. And I definitely got to get the duckweed out. But yeah, I'll do that real quick, and then I'll show you guys kind of my setup. I've moved it. It doesn't look like I've done a lot, but I have. And I will continue real quick, and then the next time you'll see this, it'll look a lot different. So here we go. Alright, there we go. I added the tubs to the pools to keep them warm during the winter. And I ended up moving my tanks to the right side of the garage, just so it stays a little warmer and it's a little more organized, more space to walk. But I have a couple tubs that don't have the sponge filters going yet. They don't have Medaka in them either, so it's not a big deal, but the sponge filters have quite a few eggs on them, so I'm going to keep them in the spawning pool, which the past couple days we've had a lot more of these fry hatch, so that's pretty exciting. So I'll be documenting these guys growing up and how I take care of them, and I'm gonna start making my own Medaka food. I just got a bunch of fish meal, so I'll make a couple videos about that, and I will talk about the colorations and mixed breeding and all that in a separate video, since there's a lot to it. But this pool is a little mucky still, just because I took a sponge filter out, but it'll clear up in the next hour. I've still got my orange and a couple other mixed tubs that are doing well. These ones are empty, and that's another mixed. And that big one I added here is the platinum. I ended up moving that from over there. I have a couple more I'm going to go through, but these are pretty much done. There's a lot less in there, so I can start, you know, separating them a little more and selectively breeding them, which I will make videos about. They're just going to be a little longer, and I didn't want to cram that into this. I just wanted to finish up this little series. I have the breeding tub over there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much more I can add to this other than moving some filters around or some heaters or whatnot, but I'm going to keep the pools as they are, and pretty much, yeah, keep it like that. I do these, you can see these have already overgrown quite a bit, so I'll make another video of cutting these down, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with these guys. They're really beautiful. Out of all my Medaka, these ones have done, I want to say, the best. And they're extremely healthy. I might keep them in here. They're pretty small, so they're not going to be breeding quite yet. And if they do, they're going to produce such a small amount of eggs that I don't think it would be worth trying to collect. Some of these are big though, and I do have, these are the platinums I have to separate eventually. I have them half filled just because I had to move them, so I'll refill them and I will trim them, and I'll probably make another video of that. But yeah, I'll make a quick little collage of all my tanks and a couple underwater shots. But thanks for watching.